My name's Colin Small. I was one of the actors from Doctor Who. You're watching Dr. Freedom, and I hope you enjoy it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, good evening, kids. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. And oh, boy, has everybody got a load in their pants tonight. I am not kidding. I have been sitting here watching this go on all day on the internet, on Facebook. I think it's even shot through Twitter. And I'm not even sure about Instagram. I don't have an account there, but I'm thinking about getting one, but I don't know. It's just, I barely have time for Facebook and Twitter, to be honest with you all. But, all right, let's just cut to the chase, okay? Let's cut through the BS. Let's just go right for the jugular. Here is this thing that's causing everybody to go crappity, panicky, just plain psycho nuts. Right here. Now, Bleeding Cool. Now, Bleeding Cool is not a bad site. I'm not gonna besmirch them in any way, but at the same time, they're not right all the time either. But okay, let's go through what they have. Now, they're saying no Doctor Who season 10. In 2016. Now, they're getting this from Private Eye. It's a British satirical magazine, and all right, this has become a font of knowledge for inside goings on at the Doctor Who production offices. And all right, the little nugget they're referring to is the whole thing that happened with Caro Skinner. Now, if anybody remember who Caro Skinner is, she was, Moffat's right-hand lady until suddenly everything went just before the filming of the 50th anniversary that year in 2013. I won't even go into any of that, because if you knew half what I know about that, you'd go bonkers. But, okay, not long now until the return of Doctor Who's... What the heck was that? Okay, sorry, car outside. Which arrives back on screens for the 9th series of its latest incarnation on the 19th of September. Fans should make as much as they can of this 12-part run, as BBC staff have recently been informed that showrunner Stephen Moffat's commitments to its other hit show, Sherlock, mean that there will be no full series of Doctor Who in 2016. Now, today they've revealed that there will be no new Doctor Who series in 2016. Now, this is Bleeding Cool's part of it. Though giving room for a series of specials, and it's down to continuing battles between the BBC and showrunner Stephen Moffat, including increased pressure for him to step down from the show. Now, without actually firing or anything, that would be just gauche. And they also have a little inside BBC job juggling and one rather damning snippet. Now, this series has also had to do without the close supervision of Faith Penhale, BBC Wales head of drama, preoccupied as she was by her efforts to take over the national drama job following the departure of Ben Stevenson, and it eventually went to Polly Hill instead. Now, Penhale stepped in to personally take over exec-produced duties on Doctor Who's 50th anniversary special 2 years ago after the sudden and public quote-unquote erasing of Caroline Skinner, who had long enjoyed a love-hate relationship with Stephen Moffat. Now, Penhale's brief hands-on experience on the show is fondly remembered for the occasion when, signing off marketing material for the program, she pointed to a poster and asked, "What are those things?" And she was told, yes, they were freaking Daleks. Now, considering, this is one of your flagship shows and all that in your particular company, you should have known this stuff. But, not everybody's a fan of the show. They just work there, all right? So we're not going to jump on her about that. But the thing is this. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, so they got a nice inside scoop on the on the thing that happened with Caro Skinner. Big deal. I don't believe this for one instant. And the reason why is because contrary to popular belief, and matter of fact, if you ever get a chance, run on over to Warp Factor, look up a little article called The Chicken Little Hypothesis. The Series 8 was one of their highest rated series, if not the highest rated series of Doctor Who so far. And the thing is, this is, it's not going to be till later this year, if I remember correctly. They're going to start counting. They're going to have a service that's going to count online as in iTunes and whatnot views into the ratings. They didn't have that, and they still had higher ratings in most cases than the previous series. Now, my big worry about this is this: the panic it's already caused. Folks, keep this little tag phrase that I've picked up today in your heads when you read this. Don't believe unless you hear from the Beeb. You hear that? Don't believe unless you hear from the Beeb. If the BBC come out and announce that this is true, then you start to run around and start jamming your sonic screwdrivers in your ears and panicking. But until that happens, don't panic as yet. Okay? Don't worry about it as yet, because here's the thing. Why would they be wanting to get rid of Stephen Moffat when he's brought in, you know, like I said, contrary to the fact I didn't like Day of the Doctor. And a lot of people still harp on me about that, but I didn't. I didn't like it. There was too many things missing, too many missed opportunities, and I'll go into that in a later video. I plan on sitting down and doing one when I have the time. But the thing is, it was still a media sensation, and until recently, a little while ago, it was the most simulcasted program. Matter of fact, it was in the Guinness Book of World Records, if I'm right. It was recently beaten by another show, and I can't remember what it was. But the thing is, he's brought attention to the show worldwide. And as much as you guys, some of you guys out there hate Moffat, like I said, I don't agree with all his decisions, but I have to give credit where credit's due. It was one big ballsy move doing what he did with Series 8. You know, doing such a drastic departure from what was almost established for the last several years before that with the previous two Doctors, Tennant and Matt Smith, by bringing in, you know, an older actor to portray the Doctor, let alone a much darker one. But the thing is, I don't believe it. Until I see some more proof on this, I will not panic. I will not go crazy, and I advise you all to do the same thing, okay? Don't believe unless you hear it from the Beeb. Patent pending. Make it a hashtag, baby. It'll be a big one, but what the hell? Okay, so keep that in mind. Also, apparently filming on Series 9, Episode 9 has begun, and so far they're right on time. You see, a lot of people don't realize they were done early last year because they didn't go to Comic-Con last year. This year they did, and so far they're right on schedule. So don't panic about the filming schedule. They should be done easily by the end of August. I think maybe the third week of August at the latest. And then they're going to get like a couple weeks break. Then they come back and they start filming the Christmas special. So don't worry about the filming schedule either. They're on budget, they're on time, and so far everything's going great. Now, so don't panic. I can't utter that enough, those two words. Matter of fact, Douglas Adams, I bet he wishes he gets his estate gets a royalty every time someone says that, because I can't say it enough. Don't panic. All right? Sheesh. Let's concentrate on the positive, shall we? Okay, let's jump on over here. Oh, that's right. I was also going to use this as an example. Duh, dopey me. And I even brought this article back up, and I'm going to link it so you can read this for yourself. Doctor Who Series 10 confirmed. This was put out on July 15th. Matter of fact, on page 32 of the BBC Worldwide Annual Review, which was published July 15th of this year, right here, quote, during the year matters under review included plans to launch global genre brands BBC First in Australia and New Zealand and on Foxtel, and BBC Brit and BBC Earth in Poland, and investments in the Musketeer Series 3 and Doctor Who Series 10. Doctor Who Series 10. So why is everybody running around panicking? We covered this over almost a month ago. So don't panic. Don't believe unless you hear from the Beeb. I cannot bash that into anyone's brain hard enough. I'm sorry. I know you guys who listen to this channel. It's just there's a bunch of friends of mine who are already going, they're going to cancel the series. Oh, my God. Oh, sheesh. I swear, you'd think Monster Zero just landed in their living room and started torching their entertainment center. It's gotten crazy. Okay, this is the cute little one. Dalek Dave is up for auction, by the way. One of the Dalek props, which we use in Adventure in Space and Time, and this is one of the ones based off Raymond Cusick's design, is up for auction. Matter of fact, the Prop Store Entertainment Memorabilia Live Auction, which will be held on the 23rd of September at the BFI IMAX in London. A free preview exhibition will also take place in the run up to the auction, opening on the 9th of September to the public and showcasing over 250 pieces of the collection on offer. The Dalek, which has a guide price of roughly £4,000 to £6,000, was based on the original Dalek design by Raymond Cusick, first seen in 1963. Who, by the way, got 100 pounds and a pat on the back. And meanwhile, let's see, how much has the Terry Nation estate made off this? Okay. By the way, Terry Nation's design didn't look anything like the one you saw on screen either. Everything you've seen on screen to this day is based off Raymond Cusick's Dalek design. Yet his estate doesn't get billions of dollars. I just thought you should all keep that in mind. Also up for auction is a shooting strip from the docudrama Other items on the auction block include Leonard Nimoy's Spock costume from Star Trek, a Stormtrooper helmet from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, and Christopher Reeve's Superman tuning. Now, two of the least expensive lots on sale are a helmet worn by the Knights of the Round Table from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which is estimated at 200 to 300 pounds, and a lot of quad posters from Blade Runner's original 1982 release, which are estimated to sell for around 200 pounds. Any prospective bidders, you can register for the auction now by going to the website, and it is linked right here. So if you've got a lot of cash floating around, and you want to get your hand on Dave, oh, there he is. Dave's not here. That's a good one for you Cheech and Chong fans out there. Okay, Reece Shearsmith will appear in the Mark Gatiss episode. Actor, comedian, award-winning writer Reece Shearsmith is to join Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman in a guest role in an upcoming episode of Doctor Who written by Mark Gatiss. Now, Shearsmith had previously played Patrick Troughton in the docudrama. You know, we all just talked about that, Adventure in Space and Time. He now returns to Cardiff for a part in the adventure directed by Justin oh, God, I can't always screw up his name. And it's not a hard one. Justin Molotnikoff, and produced by Nikki Wilson. Now, most famously known for his work and as part of the League of Gentlemen, along with fellow performers Steve Pemberton, Mark Gatiss, and co-writer Jeremy Dyson. Shearsmith, here's his comments on the casting. Here's also Mark Gatiss's. Shearsmith will be joined by Elaine Tan, Neat Mohan, Bethany Black, and Paul Courtney Hugh, or I think it's Hugh, in the episode, currently in the 9th, which is the 9th of the new series. And, of course, keep in mind, Series 9 begins on the 19th of September. Okay, so let's jump on over to here. This is just a reminder for you folks about the New York City show for the BBC Symphonic Spectacular. I saw it today, and I figured I'd throw it up here. So that way, for you folks who are interested, or if you already got your tickets, just a little refresher about what's going to go on with it. Here's a nice little thing by Michelle Gomez, a little paragraph. So be sure to go check this out. You know, matter of fact, it says your tickets are now on sale via the venue, blah, blah. Here's the website. I'm not sure if this is sold out yet or not. Let me know if if it is, or if you've heard about it. Let me know in the comment box, and we'll pass it around. Make sure if people know if it's sold out or not. Now, on the interview front, like I said, I was promising there's going to be more to come. If all goes well and nothing gets misscheduled, this Monday we'll be talking to Mark Strickson. Just going to do a short one-on-one interview with him. He's been doing a lot of different, very interesting things. Besides going back and doing Big Finish. We all know him, of course, from back in the 80s as Fifth Doctor companion Vizsla Turlo, who left, who joined the show in Modern Undead, and he left in Planet of Fire. So we're going to sit down, have a chat with him, see what he's up to right now, see if he wants to share any memories with us, from the show, have a little fun. I sometimes jokingly called him the redheaded stepchild of the TARDIS. Okay, so once again, before I go, don't believe it unless you hear from the Beeb, and don't freaking panic. I'm not kidding. If the BBC announces it, then panic. If the BBC has not announced it, then chances are this is nothing but a load of good old steaming bullshit. Okay? This kind of stuff always happens. They're going to cancel the show. And the thing is, if Moffat can't handle running two shows, and I hate to really dump on him because I've already done it too many times in the past, but you have to keep in mind that Russell T. Davies and Julie Gardner were running 3 different series when they were in charge. They were running Doctor Who, Torchwood, and the Sarah Jane Adventures simultaneously with full series each. Yet they're trying to get me to believe that Stephen Moffat, who's been running Sherlock along with Mark Gatiss, has been running Doctor Who, suddenly can't do 2 series in 1 year? Because if that's the truth, then maybe they're right to ask him to go. But that's all I'm going to say on the matter until we get confirmation from the British Broadcasting Corporation. So please, don't panic. Take care. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Don't forget, Omega Files this weekend is going to be Shakedown. No, not Shakedown. We did that last week. Downtime. Dr. Freedom had a brain dead moment. It happens all the time these days. So keep your eye out for that. So until tomorrow, folk kitties, have a good one. Take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your night. Maybe pop in like some earth sounds. Throw in like some waterfall sound effect or something like that. Sit back. Maybe kick on some Marvin Gaye or something. Just relax, okay? Groovy. Good night.